Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on our internal investments, and we are getting pretty close to being done with those. I would like to think about going after Connacht pretty soon. We'll need to make our actual kingdom for that. Do we have all of our holding slots built now except for these 2 castle slots? I believe that's true. Let's go through and double check real quick here. This one is under construction. This one should be under construction. Yes. Okay, so that looks good. Fantastic. So the raiders are out of here. That's fine. We're not dealing with them just yet. So, we need to create the kingdom title. Do we want to do that now or continue to invest is the question. It's a new claimant, whatever. This is going to cost 425 gold. We actually almost have enough gold to do that right now. So that's an interesting option, right? We'll have enough to do that on the next month tick. That will mean that we can go after Connacht and maybe even offer Munster a vassalage. Although I think I'd rather break them up, most likely. This is all under one duchy, though, so realistically, they will hold that duchy eventually. But I would likely rather break them up for the time being. So we're probably not going to offer them vassalage. So we can create this kingdom now. And we need to decide, do we want to create the kingdom? And we should definitely continue to convert. So we'll go up over here. Do we want to break or make the kingdom right now or continue our investments? We can increase our finances quite a bit. That said, I think the most valuable thing at this moment is to make the kingdom. That means that we're going to be able to come out over here and start constructing these holdings, right? Although this one is going to be a temple holding. These holdings will be castle holdings. And eventually we're going to be able to start constructing holdings down here as well. These will all be city-based holdings. Okay, so I think in that case, our decision is made. We need to create the Kingdom of Ireland at some point, right? Why not now? The only thing this does is potentially delays our economic development slightly. But our economy, I think, is plenty strong. So let's do it. We now have a royal court. Fantastic. Now, we can vassalize people, and we have too many held duchies. We're going to need to hand out one of these duchies, or possibly even just straight up destroy it. We'll get to that in a moment. We have our royal court now. Fantastic. So this is our royal court, and we do have some court artifacts available. We'll put up a dynasty banner, and we'll put up another dynasty banner. That's all we have for the moment. That's fine. Okay. So we can hold court, and I usually ignore this, and so we'll probably continue to do so, at least for the moment. Now, we can vassalize Munster. Like I said, I think that we're probably better off at this stage breaking this up and having counts under us. Now, we can revoke this title. They would not accept this. 15% chance of success here. Okay. Or we could just say, you know what, we're going to have this handed out anyway because we want to hold these personally. So that would be fine. We can declare war on this one for a de jure petty kingdom. If we did that, he would become our vassal. So that's going to be a little bit awkward. Or we could do de jure counties where we would get this county. I believe for the other one, he would become our vassal, though. So we'll have to see how we want to go about handling that. I do think that it is worth our while to take that over. But we do need to deal with our duchies, right? So we have Leinster, Ulster, and Meath. For the moment, we're going to take Leinster here. We're going to straight up destroy this title. Yes, that costs 400 prestige. I don't want to hold that title. So that's fine. We can create the Duchy of Leinster, yes. But for the moment, we don't want to have dukes under us. Dukes are going to be too powerful. I would much rather have counts under us. And we only have the one, right? So it's not that big of a deal. So we could definitely go after, say, Mayo here. Checking holding numbers. Mayo would be the better county to go after. Okay. So let's go ahead and declare on this for this de jure county. He doesn't have any allies, so we shouldn't need to bring in our own allies. We'll go ahead and declare this war, and we're going to raise up our troops here. Cool. Oh, we just got the Emerald Isle. Fantastic. We were kind of... That was kind of our short-term achievement target, right? We'll go after something else eventually, but we're going after, like, low-hanging fruit. We'll take a look at achievements, and I'll probably do that off camera and try to find what we want to go after next. We're actually losing this battle. He's got better men-at-arms than we do. Okay, now we're winning it. Fantastic. He just didn't have the numbers to sustain it. He could have won that battle if he had had slightly more numbers. Cool. So now that he's lost to the battle, this war is over. Where's he going to go? He's going to go siege Athlone. Okay, so we just finished up this city. We definitely want to invest in guilds here. So let's give it a month tick. We're going to need a new spy master. There we go. Come on, month tick. I want to get a guild going here, so we'll go ahead and get that. Beautiful. And the other city is this one down here? No, this one that was under construction. Okay, noted. So that's all well and good. We're going to get Mayo under our control. And how are we doing on this curve? 3 months, 3 months? Okay, that's a bit yikes. And we actually don't have a commander here. We must have lost our commander at some point. Cool. So, we need 417 troops. Let's go ahead and leave these guys here, while these come down and fight here to defend this area. We're going to need to do this, unfortunately. We don't want him to finish his siege here. He's just going to run to these hills here. Makes sense. That's the best defensive position he's going to find. I don't think he's going to win that. And no, he is not going to win that. Cool. And we're going to succeed this siege. We're then going to immediately head out over here. Do I have a siege leader for this? No, we don't. But we'll put... Oh, this is ourselves. We'll put this guy in. Cool. We can extort our subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Peasants, huh? So we could gain Dread and gain County Extorted for 10 years. Sure. I don't really care that much about the popular opinion. And the war is over. So we're going to end this war. And disband our troops. Fantastic. So up here, we don't need to build any holdings. This is going to be a castle holding eventually. So that looks good. I want to make sure that this bishopric up here has a prayer hall already built. I want to make sure that it's going to get forestry. So we'll get that underway. This city is constructing. Over here, we're going to need guilds. There we go. Okay, I want to just familiarize myself real quick with where we're going to need additional buildings. So I'm just going through every single one of these holdings, making sure that these are all correctly set up. And it's looking good. So these are, of course, going to be castle holdings. We're not doing that just yet. And then this is going to be a castle holding. Cool. So we're going to need to get our control over here. Cool. Did I see that this was low control as well? Yeah, that's going to make its way up, though. So that should be fine. So it looks like we've got this city here, this city here, this city here, and this bishopric here. Those are what needs investment at this moment. We do need a new steward, and this mayor would be the best option at this moment. We have a royal court event here. Ooh, gain 75 prestige. Sounds good. Okay. So that's great. We are working on swaying our archbishop, and he should be paying us in full now. So that looks good. We could hold court. We're not going to. Fantastic. It's good flavor, but there's not really a lot of gameplay reason to do it. So for the sake of time, I usually avoid it. Fantastic. So, there's quite a lot of construction to be done. No doubt about that. The question is, can we afford to spend money elsewhere? And the answer is likely yes. Likely yes. This city is upgrading. Now, these things will upgrade on their own, right? Eventually. Eventually. Ossory just gained lack of sheriffs. Awkward. Due to our steward, or actually despite our steward's skill, was what that said. So at this point, if we were to hypothetically declare this, and yes, we are truced, but if we were to hypothetically declare this guy would become our vassal under either of these CBs. So that's obviously not what we want, right? We can come down over this way, though, and start carving up Munster, and that's definitely something I'd like to do. Our soldier count does need to increase. We have a Liberty faction right now. Okay, that's a little awkward, but whatever. And I would like to boost up our men-at-arms. That is actually something we can spend money on right now, but we would be actually better off spending that money on things like building upgrades. So we'll do that for the time being. I want to check 18 months. This is 19 months. 14 months, and 19 months. So I have a fair amount of time here, but these are all going to be finishing up around the same time. So we're going to need like 600 gold when these all finish in 14 months. Okay. Our husband died. That was slightly unexpected. Apparently he lost an arm and died from internal injuries. Okay. Well, we're going to need to find a new husband because he was giving us 2 domain limit. So, let's find somebody with high stewardship. This guy's of a reasonable age. Okay. Matrilineal. Chance of children is now low, so it looks like we're not going to hit that 10 children mark. That's fine. Okay. He actually did get us pregnant one more time. Okay. Sure. Well, that's a little awkward, but that's fine. We have a new husband now. And actually, we just got Until Death Do Us Part for marrying another character. Up until now, our marriages have all been via betrothals that have not been our personal characters. So that's why it took this long for that to happen. Cool. So 13 months here, 15 months. Okay, this guy's on managed domain, so that should all be fine. We definitely do need to boost up our men-at-arms. There's no doubt about that. The question is, when do we prioritize doing that? Okay, our heir came of age. He became a fortune builder. We need to find him a spouse with high stewardship. And actually, she's lowborn, but that's a nice skill for an 18-year-old. No congenital traits, but I think it's fine. Cool. So that'll be okay. It also doesn't get us any alliances. We're starting to get out of the danger zone of alliances. Although Norway has expanded pretty heavily into Scotland. We'll have to deal with that eventually. Oh, Norway's super weak. Interesting. England appears to be focusing on expanding across the channel into France. So that's great. We have a dynasty legacy available here. We could go to, like, Bounteous Loins to grab 10% fertility. Consider it done. Cool. Okay, so we, of course... What's going on here? Munster is claiming this territory. Well, that pretty much means that we need to do this. We're going to do a de jure county claim here, and it's going to be Ennis. I want a buffer zone here. So, we go ahead and declare this. Their military strength is considered similar to ours, and I think that we should probably create at least 1 armored footman regiment here. 2. I'm going to create 2 armored footman regiments. Okay. And then we'll replace this with a heavy cavalry regiment, I think. The bowmen, I think, are fine as is, and we're not really facing much cavalry, so this should be reasonably fine for the moment. So, these armored footmen are going to be raised. I'm still going to declare this right now. Seizing the de jure county of Ennis. So we declare this, and they are fighting actually in our territory. We're going to raise all of our troops here. 300 stewardship lifestyle experience sounds good. We'll grab fearful troops to reduce our men-at-arms maintenance. And we're going to walk in here, and we're going to fight the Munsterin army here. Cool. So obviously, we need better men-at-arms, right? That's what's happening here, but we are ultimately winning this battle. Odds are not as in our favor as I would like, but it's fine. The reason we declared this was to prevent them from expanding up into here. The question is, are they going to declare peace here? Well, ticking war score is going to be against them. We're going to head down here and eliminate this 900 stack. So that'll be good. Excellent. We're going to try to avoid fighting these guys up here if we can help it. But we're going to head over to Ennis here. Okay, they've decided not to fight us here, which is good. We probably, without the defensive bonus, would have had a problem here. 9 months until we get ticking war score. Okay. And yeah, that ticking has started to happen. So, we can see that we're probably going to lose this battle. This is because our men-at-arms have been neglected. I'm going to drop ourselves some mercs here. What type of men-at-arms do they have? Some heavy infantry, but mostly light infantry. So, light infantry counter heavy infantry, armored footmen counter spearmen, right? So, archers counter skirmishers. So we would want something along the lines of these guys. So we're going to bring them in, and that makes this more even. But when are they going to arrive? 26 days. These guys are going to arrive in 9 days and 7 days. We can't get out, so we're just going to have to sit here. If we lose this battle, that's not the end of the world. Actually, they just messed up. I think they might be trying to come around here to flank these guys, but they're just giving up their ally here. They're now going... The main bulk of their force here is now super late. Super duper late. We're still going to lose this fight, to be clear. And we'll retreat. We're retreating all the way up to here. That's a little awkward, but that's fine. So we're going to retreat. This is okay. We knew that we were going to have some issues here. And what did we end up losing? Our Chancellor? Sure. You can be our new Chancellor. Okay, so we're going to group these guys together, and we're going to come down here. Again, we're not too concerned about this. I do, however, think that I'm going to increase the size of our armored footmen. Like so. Rather than hiring mercs, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to go sit at Dublin for the moment and let our forces regenerate for a little bit. A month tick or two. 39? Okay. That's definitely an improvement. Hypothetically, higher quality. Okay, yep. Sounds good. So, in order to ensure that this happens... Oh, our Archbishop died. We should definitely be working on our new Archbishop. So we'll sway him. Cool. Do we want to fight them here? Will we get a month tick between now and then? Maybe. We're locked in. We did not get a month tick, sadly. Okay. This is fine. We're completely okay with losing this battle, actually. Believe it or not, we're okay with it. We're just trying to bleed them to weaken them so that they can't take this. Cool. So this is good. This is actually fine. It doesn't seem fine, but it is. So they're going to think about starting up a siege over here. And we can replenish our troops. So there's a month tick there. We're at 2,800. And we're going to come down over here. He is attacking this way. This is exactly what I want to see. May you grow to be strong and wise. So we now have 8 children. I'd like to see additional children. He is actually harming his own chances here with this battle. Okay. We're not going to go in yet. Apparently, are we raiding this? No, these guys are raiding. Okay. So yeah, we don't want to fight that, right? That's for sure. Do we want to park forces over here? Hang on, they're embarking. That's intriguing. That's absolutely intriguing. So we're going to park down here. And we're going to siege this. How many forces do we need for this? 500. Cool. So we are going to split off these levy troops. And, like, these levy troops. Actually, these levy troops. And then we're going to split off our mangonels. And we're going to go park up here and regenerate. They are sieging here. I'm wondering if these guys are going to fight them. They're heading that way. The answer appears to be no. We're letting them finish this siege for the moment. Our siege is going way slower, and again, this is due to our men-at-arms situation. We have neglected our men-at-arms, and that's clearly an issue. Hang on. They are walking in here, but they're not hostile. Okay, noted. So we let them sack this. This is acceptable. We now have more troops than they do. And we're continuing to reinforce. They are not in this area. So we're going to head up over this way, cutting them off from attacking us here. We're going to sit in these wetlands. If they siege this, then we move up here. They are now running from us. This will happen in 11 days. We will probably get a month tick between now and then. Do we roll these even chances? 3 months? Yes, I think we do. Oof. Oof, indeed. But we're going to finish this siege, and our son died. That's sad. Actually, that was our heir. Okay, that's actually really crappy. Let's see here. Who is our heir now? This guy. He's 17, and he is an adequate bargainer. Awkward. So our primary goal here is keeping them busy, right? So we're going to retreat, but we only have 25 days left on this siege. Now, they're heading southward. Where are we retreating to? Our capital? That's a little awkward. I really wish we had a siege commander. Oh, we do. Okay, so we got this, and we're going to start to flee down this direction. Ticking war score is now on our side. It was a little awkward to declare this war when we did. We weren't fully ready for it, but we knew that. The primary purpose of declaring the war was to prevent them from doing their nonsense up here, right? And they're currently sieging. We're okay with this. We're going to split this force in half, and we're going to regenerate here for a little bit. I'm keeping an eye on their siege timer here, 4 months. Okay. We're going to move in here and here. Cool. We'll grab Golden Aplomb. That's fine. And I do want to hop in here and continue bumping up our armored footmen. So I'm going to take this up to 4, like so. I'm also going to bump up our number of archers to 3. And there we go. We'll get our reinforced kicks. And when this is about a month left, we'll think about going in. Okay, they got a good tick there. An awkwardly good tick. But they're abandoning their siege. Perfect. Chances are even. They have that higher quality. No doubt about that. But their numbers aren't looking so good, right? They're retreating up into these wetlands. They're almost splitting up. Almost. Okay. Now we're getting probably will win because their supplies are running low. Perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Yes, this is better, but we're actually still... advantage is swinging. Okay. We're finally starting to win battles. Beautiful. We knew it would take a while. The Horned God is offering us their blessing. No. Get out of here. So we're finally winning this battle. And there we go. Unfortunately, these guys are being jerks, and we're going to have to go stop them. Do we grant a tax lien? No, we don't. Actually, this is kind of funny. They're going to siege back this territory. Sounds good to me. We'll deal with that later. So we're going to need to come down here, right? These guys occupied our spot, which is really rude of them. We needed that ticking war score. Get out of here. So now we have to siege this back again. It'll take 3 months. Awkwardness ensues. But they can siege this. I'm completely okay with that. 40 days left. We're getting some siege ticks here. 20 days left. Okay. So this is back to being ours. And now we're going to need to come down over here. We don't have a leader here. So I guess we can put this guy in. And we're going to come down and fight here again. Cool. We actually caught part of their force. That's a huge deal. Absolutely huge. Now these guys are going to occupy this territory. Oh, we swapped positions. Awkward. So we're going to need to come up and deal with these again. Eventually. The question is that now? And the answer is no. It's not a now thing. So we're going to head down this direction, and we're going to let them do their thing for the moment. Because we need to come down here and end this war. Is this war over? Actually, no. It is not. But we're going to come down here, and we should win this. Beautiful. So there's Convert Faith finishing up, and we're going to continue to convert. That'll be over in Mayo. Cool. So we win this battle. And how long will this siege take? 10 months? These guys are retreating out into an embarkation. Noted. Okay, so we need 576 troops here. So let's go ahead and leave behind mangonels and these guys. These forces are going to head up to here. And they're looking to reinforce. And apparently fight these guys. Okay. And then these guys are coming in awkwardly. They've decided not to. Cool. So that's good. Relentless courage. Sure. And they actually reset their siege for that. I love it. So what's your plan here? This is not a good plan. I don't know why this would be your plan, but sure. We'll take at any cost here. And we can extort our subjects. We can also sell trivial titles, which we will do. I need the money for the good of the realm, you see. Actually, this is not a haggle at a peasant's market. So we'll gain some dread. Looks good. This is not going to go well for them at all. Cool, so we're at 46%. And we're about to take over their capital. Now, this is a bit of a problem over here. We will need to deal with it. But for the moment, it's not that big of a concern. So we're at 88% war score, and we're going to head in here. And timing is slightly awkward, but we're fine. Cool. So we're going to let ticking do the rest of this, and we're going to head up over this direction. Now, we're going to let them come into us here. This is plains, so we're actually going to walk up into these hills. And we'll fight them here. Beautiful. With the defenses, it'll be good. So we win this. This will, I think, actually end this rebellion. Yes, indeed. So we enforce those demands. And we just need ticking war score here. Beautiful. So we enforce those demands as well. Both wars are won in slightly an awkward fashion, no doubt about that, but they are both won, and this guy remains independent. I love it. With that, it is past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hand this title out to a noble of the Irish culture, though. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Emlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.